This is indeed a number of months. That seems like a big number.
Well, those two black guys don't suit you well. I wish it really let you go. I ask you, girl, do you still love him? Or you just don't say I don't know. Well, he's really got a hold on you, yeah. He really holds on tight, and I think you deserve a good time. Even only for tonight, but I said, baby, won't you dance? Dance a little bit more. And now's the time to be happy. Well, it's no time to be bored. She said, I don't want to go home. Well, I just want to dance some more. A little bit, had a good time. Or pick yourself up off the floor. I said, baby, won't you dance? Or dance a little bit more. Well, now's the time to be happy, and it's no time to be bored. She said, I don't want to go home. Well, I just want to dance some more. Come on, baby, had a good time. So pick yourself up off the floor.
Peggy 18.
Actually, this game has not been rated by Peggy, but it does contain graphic violence and probably shouldn't be played by anybody. This process is being brought to you by CrowdStrike. Anticipate unexpected stoppages and blue screens of death. Or just death. Once at least 12 of you have joined using the room code displayed on your screen, I'll fire up the laser and show 11 of you what it's like to be superheated in the space of half a nanosecond. Please stand by whilst I ruminate on who will join the process. Jesus has joined the process. Cola has joined the process. Mantissa has joined the process. Proogs has joined the process. Apodo has joined the process. BC 2014 has joined the process. Zeus has joined the process. Rias has joined the process. Feds has joined the process. Shadowmane has joined the process. Matt has joined the process. FLYB0Y1 has joined the process. You will face 11 multiple choice questions. Answer on your devices. One player who answers incorrectly will be eliminated at random. In the event all players are correct, everybody is up for elimination. I have decided that it is far more fun for me if you don't know your fate until after it has happened. Therefore, I will not tell you the answer, nor whether you were correct until after elimination has taken place. Isn't this fun? For every correct answer, you will receive 50 pennies. The player who survives the process will receive an additional 500 pennies. Good luck. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was blue. 4 out of 12 players were incorrect. What is human, had 2 legs and dies when shot with a laser? Proofs. Ha, ha, ha. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time.
Now I have a laser beam. Ha, ha, ha.
The correct answer was yellow. 8 out of 11 players were incorrect. The experimental reduction to atoms program was a complete success. Please enjoy the experience, Fets. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Jack Kirby. 7 out of 10 players were incorrect. I fear that will leave a permanent mark, Matt. What a shame.
What a shame.
Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Schweiziskverband. 4 out of 9 players were incorrect. This process can really take it out of you. BC 2014 knows that for sure. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was US Steel. 6 out of 8 players were incorrect. Thank you, Cola, for volunteering to test the targeting system. You will be pleased to know that it still works. Get ready for the question. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Miranda. 6 out of 7 players were incorrect. FLYB0Y1 had to leave us. They will be missed. Get ready for the question. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was, the truth is out there. 1 out of 6 players were incorrect. It turns out safety mode was disengaged. Apologies for the confusion, Rias. Get ready for the question. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was yolk. 2 out of 5 players were incorrect. So that's what a podo would look like if they were turned inside out. Good to know. Get ready for the question. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Betty Shabbats. 3 out of 4 players were incorrect. Let us have a moment of silence for our fallen comrade Zeus. Thank you for the respectful moment of silence. Get ready for the question. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was a penguin. 1 out of 3 players were incorrect. Shadowmane just lost 150 pounds in 1 second. Congratulations. Get ready for the question. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Galway Girl. 1 out of 2 players were incorrect. You appear to have gotten some brains on the carpet, Mantissa. We will be billing your estate in the fullness of time. It looks as though your superheating experiment will have to wait, Jeezans. Still, the 500 pennies will probably go some way towards making up for it. Thanks to Topper One Gaming for writing this evening's questions as well. Thank you for playing Crossfire. Goodbye.
It's Red Herrings. And here is your Herring Meister, Mr. Royal Flush.
Good evening! Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening! And thank you, Matt, for the interruption on my opening line of the night. Thank you for the 100 bits as well. It is game night on Saturday the 27th of July. Hope you're well. And here's a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
Hi Ben, did you know 3 times 13 is 39? Also Celine Dion still has it. What opening ceremony last night at the Olympics was. Anyways, let's play some Red Herrings, shall we?
One day, Puzzle Dan, I will introduce you to punctuation. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you very much for the 39 months. And was it? All my colleagues seem to be suggesting it was actually a bit crap. I haven't seen it. I heard it was damp. That's about all I know. I didn't watch it. I was busy doing something else. I can't even remember. What was I doing last night? Probably something mindless. Damp is one word. It was fine. Fine is the word we're going for. Very much so. Anyway, welcome to Game Night. Hope you all are keeping well. Thank you for all the subs, all the bits that have come in already. I'm feeling a bit full. We had homemade pizzas tonight, and I had a pretty chunky omelette for lunch as well, so I'm feeling quite full right now. This is Red Herrings. It's been written by Shapes. Come join the game. We might be a little bit quieter tonight. There's some event going up on in Blackpool for the online quiz league, which I know at least half a dozen, if not slightly more people are venturing up at this evening. Maybe they'll come and join us later on. Who knows? They might be doing discotheque stuff, fashionable discotheques. Toppings, I had a barbecue sauce and cheddar and mozzarella and chicken and ham and pepperoni and chorizo. I might have overdone it and possibly not put it in the oven for long enough, but it was good. Rayville, welcome to the stream. All will be explained. You'll get the hang of it. Yeah, pepperoni and cheese is all good. It's all gravy as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, hope y'all are keeping well. Thanks to those who came along for Throwback Thursday on, Thursday. We had some good fun face-offs, and I got to trial the new Battlefront software as well, which we're going to... didn't quite get all the way through the pack, so we're going to be finishing that off tonight. We got through the first 2 rounds of a runs question pack. We're going to have the second 2 packs tonight, and I've supplemented the front end that we've already seen with some of my own. So, yeah, that was mea culpa. That was a one-line bug. Forgetting to reset variables, that's what happens if you do that, and then you use first or default link statements. Let me say hello to you all. Who have we got? Good evening, still got Prudes, Ardenfets, Matt, Topper, Vixen, Giazons, or should I say Jesus? Congratulations on your Crossfire medal there, Giazons. Very well played. That will go in your cabinet. Good evening, Mr. Vertigo, Kegler, BC, Nando, Shadowmane, SJ, Rayville. I think you're new. You've asked a lot of questions, but you're most welcome to be here. If you're into quiz, you're in the right place. Good evening to you. Welcome, Flyboy, Lupine, Mantissa, Rapodo, Lingo, Simpsons Angle, Lewis, Rampant Sloth, Score Count, Astrigali, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining us. But if you're not into quiz, it's too late. You're stuck here, Lewis. No problem. Well, try not to spam, Rainville, but if you've got questions are a good thing, because for every stream that goes by, it's somebody's first, and there's a lot of people here who are down with the conventions, but if it's your first, you might not be. So, most important thing is that all the games played tonight are going to be done through the Universal Controller, which you can get right there, either in the WebGL build, or you can download a PC Max standalone version. We're kicking the stream proper, the first round proper, if you like, with a game of Red Herrings. This has been written by Shapes and proofed by me. A smidge on the difficult side, I think, this one, but it balances with later on's game, which is The Abyss, as written by Keshi, which is possibly a smidge on the easy side. So we've got a good balance of quiz across the gantry this evening. And of course, Red Herrings is the light-hearted game with the slightly trickier trivia tonight, and The Abyss is the dark and serious game with the slightly lighter trivia, but I'll let you be the judges of that. In between, we are going to be playing Battlefront. Like I said earlier on, we're going to be trialing the new software, so it's still in its trial phase at the moment. So any suggestions you have for that, whack them into the Discord, which you can go and join right there. I forget I've got an app that does that for me now. Oh, no, I don't. I've got Whisper and App Page. I can do App Page from there. I can press Whisper, but I won't press Whisper. I need to put a Discord button on there for sure. Puzzle Dan, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Hello, Shapes. Yes, everyone is all off gallivanting up Blackpool, aren't they? Just dipping out of OQL Blackpool before the fully catered party. Very nice. It's going in the conference suite downstairs. Samster, Quizzle, Arun, 2, Innes, and Fluffy Bunny all say hi. Hello, gang, and hello to you, Shapes. Waves at you. Hope you're having a good time. Hope it's a lovely weekend and you're all having a good time. Pass my very splendid and special regards on to everybody and tell them I hope they have a super pog evening. Red Herrings is up for grabs just now. Go get the app, RRFP. It has got anytime entry if you want to join in midway through. And Shapes, the one from Blackpool, is our writer for this evening. It's been proved by me. And Clive, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Hope you keep well. What did happen to Jogging Chum? I thought Jogging Chum was up there with you as well. Maybe he's absconded. And Kodo, welcome to the stream too. I think that's about it. I'll get on with all the continuity at the halfway point, probably after Battlefront. For now, we need to get on with the quiz, indeed. I hope Jogging didn't die. Shall we get on with some quiz? I might wait for this loop just to finish around. I'm on the Prosecco this evening. I had what did we have earlier? I had a glass of white wine and a glass of Prosecco before that. I might have had 2 glasses of white wine. I forget. Either way, all should be fun. And I'm modelling the Peace Was Always an Option t-shirt tonight. If anyone is interested in seeing that a little bit closer. Peace was always an option. Let me put the camera up so you can actually see the strap and we can see what's coming up later on. Claire Jogging says hi too. That's good to hear. Hello, Jogging. Hope you're well. Thought you remembered him. You did not. Anyway, I think that's about enough. I think the loop is coming to an end, so we'll get on with the game. Oh no, we're going into the middle 8 now. You know what? I can live with that. Let's get on. Let's play Red Herrings. Round 1 is the Europhiles Grand Tour. You need to answer the 12 questions using the options available. You get 1 point for each correct answer, but you lose a point for each incorrect answer. Simple as that. 1 for right, -1 for wrong. Bonus questions may appear in this new software. They're not guaranteed anymore. They're worth 3 points if you get them right, but they will cost you 3 points if you're wrong. They'll be fanfared at the beginning. They will be announced, so you'll know it's a bonus question, which is extra risky, but also extra reward. Extra bonus of 2 points is awarded if you can get a perfect round. Answers will not be used more than once, so there are 4 red herrings on the grid, which will never be correct. Those are the ones you want to avoid because there are 16 answers up there. They'll all be shown at once. All you've got to do is tap the answer that you think is correct. And yeah, 12 questions, 16 answers, and 4 red herrings. You want to avoid them at all costs. Of course, the answers will still be selectable after they've been revealed, so you need to keep a little mental tally of the answers that have already gone if you're having a bit of a guess. They won't disappear from your app. They will stay there. So keep a mental log of the ones that are already gone. Incidentally, if anybody wants to suggest a raid message, type something into chat and preface it with a hashtag. A bit like this. Someone type that. Because I want that to be a raid message, but the app doesn't respond to my commands. So, yeah. Type a raid message, and the one that I pick as the best raid message will raid into a channel later on, and I'll give you an extra bonus 100 pennies for that. And all will be well. But you can only give me a maximum of 3, so don't spam it. if you give me loads, then you'll only track the first 3. So this is the Europhiles Grand Tour, and Shapes has said about this. Back in dim and distant history, aka 2014, Shapes, that's our writer, was the leader on a TV of a team called the Europhiles on a little-known quiz show called Only Connect, because we couldn't afford to travel much further. Please enjoy this tour of some of the continent's capitals. That's what he has said. Let's take a look at the board. Lisbon, Ljubljana, Paris, London, Berlin, Warsaw, Prague, Brussels, Vaduz, Bern, Monaco, Helsinki, Dublin, Kiev, Stockholm, and Moscow. And I really must fix the kerning on these boxes. Not the kerning, but the margins. Look at Kiev. It's just sort of, that Y is very much over the edge. Can I select it? I wonder if I can do that from here. Where would it be? Canvas. Game. Oh, welcome, Brig! Just in the nick of time. Welcome on in, my dude. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're keeping well. Card area. It'll be there, and it'll be third from the last one. And answer mesh. Yeah, I'm not giving it anything like enough space. If I go like that, I'm only fixing key for now. If I fix it on the Y-axis as well, because that's the problematic one. There we go. I'll fix that more permanently in the prefab later on, but the Y was annoying me. Anyway, Brig, welcome to the stream. Joggy, welcome to the stream. We were worried about you because you weren't mentioned. So, 16 capital cities there, 12 questions and 12 correct answers. Good luck. I'm only fixing key for now. That's a good raid message. Good luck to you all. Once this game starts, it just runs on its own, so it's a bit snappier. If you're new here and you thought Crossfire was a bit slow, this one's a bit snappier. Good luck. Have fun. Here's question number 1. Starting with this, former boxer Vitaly Klitschko has been mayor of this city since 2014. Five seconds. And Kiev, as it happens, was the first correct answer there. Green if you're right, red if you're wrong, blue if you didn't bother to try. Remember, abstention is a valid policy in this game. Question 2. As there are only 6 other professional football clubs in their own country, FC This City play in the Swiss Challenge League. On that key question, who've been involved in Ukrainian politics since the Orange Revolution, the protest against Viktor Yushchenko's win in the 2004 presidential election was later annulled by the Supreme Court on grounds of fraud. That was Vaduz. The other 6 Liechtensteiner clubs also play in Swiss professional leagues. And now it's time for a bonus question. +3 if you're right, -3 if you're wrong. Take a look. This city is only an hour's drive from its country's very short 47-kilometre Adriatic coastline. Big penalty if you're wrong here, so you might want to abstain. No penalty for abstention, remember. Only a handful getting that one. Ljubljana. Been there, one of the nicest capitals in Europe, capital of Slovenia. Slovenia's coastline is wedged in between its borders with Croatia and Italy. Next question. In Italian, this is the name of a city in Germany. Had to remember when we went to Ljubljana, we actually flew into Trieste in northern Italy and then drove down. Because it's probably cheaper or something. But great part of the world, would recommend it. Oh, a tough one there. Monaco. Monaco is the Italian name for Munich. Munich. So there you go. Well done if you got that. Here's a bonus question for you all. 3 points if you're right, -3 if you're wrong. Abstention is a valid strategy, remember. Here we go. Home to the Alpines Museum, Einstein House, and the Zentrum Paul Klee. 3 if you're right here, -3 if you are wrong. Tread with caution. Oh, Flyboy losing his lead there. Ben is the answer. Although German-born, Einstein took Swiss citizenship in 1901 at the age of 22. Hence the museum, I guess. Next question. This city's literary pub crawl covers the works of Beckett, Wilde, and Behan. Or is it Bain? Bern? Behan? Not sure how to pronounce that. For reasons that will become clear in just a moment, because that is, of course, Dublin, capital city of the Republic of Ireland. The route also takes to Trinity College, which was attended by Oscar Wilde. On we go. The Loyley Public Saunas and UNESCO-listed Suamenlina Sea Fortress are among the city's most popular tourist attractions. Bloody hell. That's a mouthful. And if you got that, Helsinki was the answer, capital of Sweden, I think. It has caused a great irritation to both the Finns. I know that the saunas are commonly misattributed to Sweden. Oh no, capital of Finland. Sweden's in the trivia, my bad. Next question. Watching every motion in my Foolish Lovers game is the opening line of a song by this group, performed on the soundtrack to Top Gun. Yeah, sorry, Finland. You've got power user privileges, Lewis, so just tell me with an asterisk. Berlin was the answer to that one. Where are my notes? Shit. The song in question famous for being Take My Breath Away. Next question. Where a collective defence treaty between the Soviet Union and 7 of its satellite states was signed in 1955. Hashtag Helsinki in Sweden. I like that. Don't forget to keep those raid messages coming in. If something amusing happens midstream, you're very welcome to let us know. Warsaw, I've been there as well. The other states being Albania, Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, East Germany, Hungary, Poland, and Romania. Warsaw, of course, the capital of Poland. Haydn Symphony number 104 in D major, plus 11 others, are named after this city, or is named after this city, where it premiered at the King's Theatre Haymarket in 1795. Who would have thought something amusing? That's why we all come here, isn't it? For amusing things. London, the London Symphonies. It's now His Majesty's Theatre, home of the Phantom of the Opera since 1986. Here's another bonus question for you. 3 points if you're right, -3 if you're wrong. Tread carefully, abstain if you're not sure. Big penalty otherwise. A report by the Onion News Network names this city's fictional Franz Kafka International Airport as the world's most alienating. That's niche, but there is a big clue in there if you can find it. Also been to this city. It is, of course, Prague, the capital of the Czech Republic. Franz Kafka was, of course, born in Prague. I asked the ticket person what gate my flight was at, and they said the airline I was flying didn't exist, and everyone keeps calling me S. Is this the last question? I don't even know. The most recent capital city to host the Eurovision Song Contest. That was Lisbon in 2018. Subsequent editions have been held in Tel Aviv, Rotterdam, Turin, Liverpool, and Malmö. But not capitals. Your red herrings there: Paris, Brussels, Stockholm, which is the capital of Sweden, and Moscow, or Moscow. And that's the end of round 1. Any bonuses? Don't think so. Didn't look like it. Woo! I forget how fast-paced this is. Having the steadiness of Crossfire before, with all the time in between this one, is every question. And I know Shapes is very verbose when it comes to his trivia, and I would feel remiss if I didn't read it all out. So thank you to Shapes for that lovely tour of Europe. I wonder how many of those have I been to. Let's have a look. Warsaw, I've been there, but have I been to Berlin? Ich bin ein Berliner. Who said that? Was that Nixon? Who said that? I don't know if I've been there. I've been to Frankfurt, and I've been to Heidelberg. That was nice, but I'm not sure I've been to Berlin. Anyway, Ljubljana, been there. London, was there last week. Prague, been there. Never been to Dublin. I have been to Paris. I feel sure I must have been to Paris at some point. I've definitely been to France a few times. Anyway, the end of round one, Nando's got the lead with 11. Kennedy, that was it. I knew he was a president of some sort. Nando's got the lead with 11. Colo, Ralph and Timo all have 10, so very close there in second. Clive, Topper and Zeus tied up in third. A nice three-way in third for 9. Oh, very nice three-way, Clive, Topper and Zeus. BC has got 8. Flyboys on 7. Portis is on 5. Prug's Rampant on 4. Apodo and Astrogali on 2. Briggs got 1. And breaking even Matt, Mr. Vertigo, Rainville, Rias and Stimps and Vixen all breaking even on 0. Apologies for the... Well, I'm not sorry for the truncation. It's by design, because someone said, can all the text be the same size? And there are 2 ways of doing it. Either not having it all the same size or truncating. And that's what I went for on this. Dan and Nat are on -2. Fet's on -3. Kegler and Silent Marine -4. Jesus and Lingo and Shadowmaid on -5. Silver Electron has still got on -7. But you can't lose points from this point on. So it's all uphill from here, so to speak. Let's play on round 2. Gaze at the top, let's go, is round number 2. Similar to before, you'll get a grid of 16 answers. There'll be 12 questions and 4 red herrings. Answers will never be used more than once, so avoid those red herrings. In this round, though, the faster you answer, the more points you get. So if you get in the first 5 seconds, you get 3 points. In the next 5 seconds, you get 10 points. In the last 5 seconds, you get 1 point. In this round, though, if you answer incorrectly, you don't lose a point, though, of course, you don't get any points. And you also freeze yourself out of the following question. So you get no points for the question we're on, and you freeze yourself out of the subsequent question. Bonus questions may appear again. They're worth a flat rate of 5 points. So if there's a bonus question, it's not on a timer. It's just you get 5 points if you get it right. Worth noting, you can freeze yourself out on a bonus question, and you can freeze yourself out of a bonus question. So that's very important to bear in mind. Bonuses will never be first, last or consecutive. So if you haven't seen a bonus for a little while, you might want to think twice before having a guess, because freezing yourself out of a bonus can be a great deal of pain. Indeed it can. Thank you, soundboard. Extra bonus of 3 points is awarded if anybody can get a perfect round of 12. And Nato, welcome to the stream. I think that's about all there is to it. Gaze at the top. Let's go. Let's take a look at the options, and then I'll tell you what Shapes has to say about it. Beth Me, David Hockney, Joe Lysett, Shooty Gatwa, Self-Esteem, Jill Scott, Yasmin Finney, Cynthia Erivo, Alex Scott, Kat Burns, Andrew Scott, Tia Kofi, or possibly Coffee, Sandy Togsvig, Bimuni Bon Boulash, Elton John, and Alan Cumming. Shapes has written here, 4 weeks late for Pride Month, although not when I was writing this. Identify the famous figures from the Independent's 2024 list of LGBTQ+ change makers. Is it pronounced coffee? I was right second time. Tea or coffee? Oh, tea or coffee. Very good. I get it now. Anyway, so you'll get a question about an LGBTQ+ change maker, and you've got to identify who we're talking about. Simple as that. Leeds Pride last Sunday. I think Bristol Pride was a couple of weeks ago, the Bristol Pride Parade. Chichester tend to do things dead early. Chichester Pride Parade was in like May or something. Anyway, those are the rules. Those are the answers. You've had the explanation. It's round 2. Gaze at the top. Let's go. Good luck. Have fun. Here's question number 1. Starting with, despite being frozen to death in liquid nitrogen by James Bond, is now alive and well and playing the American Claudia Winkleman. Most famous line in that film. Yes, I am invincible. Yes, it's Alan Cumming, played Boris Krishenko, henchman to Sean Bean's Alec Trevelyan in GoldenEye, and now hosts the American version of The Traitors. Question 2. 2 things you should know about this person's recent work: a short spell sampling elaborate cakes, and nearly a decade sharing quite interesting facts. That There's, of course, the inimitable Sandy Togsvig, the host of 1001 Things You Should Know, and also co-host of the Great British Bake Off from 2017 to 2019, and host of QI since 2016. Here's a bonus question. Clocks are off. Well, the main clock's on, but 5 points if you answer at any time. Answer correctly, I should say. Didn't actually shred £10,000 in protest at David Beckham being ambassador for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Did raise awareness. It's not exactly gay-friendly over there. Hero this chap is Joe Lycett is the answer. Although he'd threatened to shred the money if Beckham didn't end his contractual relationship with Qatar, Lycett faked the shredding video and had actually donated the money to LGBTQ plus charities even before issuing the ultimatum. Next question. Played a UK farewell concert at Glastonbury 2023, having proclaimed imminent retirement several other times since 1977. And you can tell everybody. So, John, the farewell concert wasn't the last overall. That was in Stockholm at the end of the Goodbye Yellow Brick Road tour later in the year. He's not ruled out other one-off shows in future either. Onwards, nominally the 15th actor to play his latest on-screen role, but someone did it twice, so is he the 14th? It's a bit wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, babes. That would be Shooting à Toi. Canonically, the 10th and 14th Doctor were played by David Tennant, plus the other non-numerically named iterations, though the War Doctor is not a numbered Doctor. Stephen Moffat went on the record of saying it this week. Kegley are frozen out. Here's another question. Queen of Clapham, who was ordered to go from Drag Race UK, but later winner of Drag Race UK versus the World. I had to pause for breath for a minute. That would be Tia Coffee, departed Drag Race with the quote, "Don't shed a tear, I guess Rue just order her coffee to go." Topper, Portister, Stimps, Astrogali, still going Colin, all frozen out. Next question. Soon to be seen as Elphaba in the film version of Wicked, having already portrayed Aretha Franklin and Harriet Tubman. Out of the negatives, Lingo. GG. All uphill from here. Cynthia Erivo. Erivo is only an Oscar short of the EGOT. Wicked might be the one to complete it. Watch this space. Here's another bonus question. Lingo, Apodo and Fetch, you're frozen out. 5 points if you get this. Formerly a midfielder for Manchester City, also managed to not clout Matt Hancock in the jungle. That would be Jill Scott. She won the 2022 Series of Honour Celebrity ahead of Owen Warner and the former Health Secretary, as if the nation wasn't already grateful for her part in winning Euro 2022. On we go. Golden Boot winner, Player of the Tournament winner, BBC Sports Personality of the Year winner. It was a fairly successful 2022 for this person. A lot of people frozen out, though. The answer there is Beth Mead. The first two of these awards coming at the 2022 UEFA European Women's Championship. Here's another bonus question. Bad luck if you are frozen out. 5 points flat if you can tell me the answer to this. Arsenal and Birmingham City right back scored the only goal in the 2007 UEFA Cup final, more recently involved in a different sort of tournament. Imagine Samster not being here for this. 3 footballer questions in a row. That's Alex Scott. Now is, as is mandatory for retired footballers, presenting football on TV, as well as, and then the trivia runs out. I'm imagining there's another sentence there. Is this the last question? One of us strangers who's been a serial killer and con artist, the antagonist of a gentleman detective and a priest of above average attractiveness. Or a run for that matter, BC. Yeah, quite. It's Andrew Scott, as well as being in Andrew Hayes' 2023 film All of Us Strangers. He's Ripley in the current Netflix series with Moriarty and Sherlock and the unnamed hot priest in Fleabag. Next question, Dan's frozen out. First album, early 20s, dropped a couple of weeks ago, 2 years after the track Go became a hit via TikTok. Cat Burns. Hadn't actually encountered this until doing the work to write this round, and according to Shakes, it's really good. Red herrings there. David Hockney, Self-Esteem, Yasmin Finney, and Bimini Bon Boulash. All incorrect answers. That's the end of round 2. Any bonuses? None to speak of. Good rounds. Funny because, I mean, it shuffles the order the questions go in when it ingests it into the bill, but we have the 3 football questions happen to turn up 3 questions in a row, which is, was it 3 footballers? Alex Scott, Jill Scott, and Beth Mead? Are they all footballers? I think they're all footballers. Was Jill Scott a footballer? Is Jill Scott a footballer? Yes, Euro 2022. So yeah, there were three footballer questions that happened to turn up in the same order, or consecutively. Matt was having a great time, I'm sure. At the end of round 2, BC now has the lead with 47. Nando is in second with 46, and Clive is in third with 42. We've got Ralph on 41, Colo and Timor on 38, Mr. V and Zeus on 37, Topper's got 36, Alberto on 33, Briggs on 27, Vixen on 25, Damp Dan is on 20. I think it's Damp actually, but I'm going to call you Damp Dan. You're on 23. Pruggs has got 22, Natra and Paulus are on 20, Matt and Simpsons Angle on 19, Astragali, Colin Fetts and Rias and Silver Electron all on 10. Shadow's got 8, Flyboy's got 7, Lingo on 5, Rampant Sloth on 4, Silent Marine on 3, Rainville on 2, and just 3 players still in the negatives. Kegler on -2, Jesus and Stalker on -4. Still time to make it up. You know what, gang? I might have to tie my hair up because I washed it about 2 hours ago. It's bloody hot. It's bloody hot, so it is. And that's the problem. When you clean hair and a slightly sweaty neck, it's not a good thing to happen. Mind you, I hope you're feeling honoured. Colin, welcome to the stream. I've just seen your name pop up. Hope you're keeping well. I hope you're honoured. I've put a shirt on just for you. It's been hot enough today that it's been non-shirt weather. It has. But I've put one on just for you, and I hope you all are grateful. Jesus will rise again up the scoreboard. Let's hope so for Jesus' sake. I don't know what the rules on Twitch are anymore. I don't know what the rules are. I don't want to get the stream muted, or worse, get banned from Twitch. It's the entire thing. Grateful or relieved? No, no, you're sad. You're sad that I had to put a shirt on. It is really warm. No, I don't want to risk it. I might roll my sleeves up. How's that? That's the best I can do. Ask the Twitch mask, get it off your chest. But do this. Does it feel appropriate for yeah? Is that okay? I'll just get a bit of air on my shoulders. Because it is bloody well. I need to, my wife keeps trying to get me to come and work out some more. She like lives at the gym, but it's not for me. But I need to put some. Anyway, let's move on rapidly, I think, as we play on round 3. Horny chat is being horny, indeed they are. Round 3, just give it a whack. Slightly different grid on this round. Instead of a board of 16, you're going to have a board of 12 answers, and we're going to get 9 questions. You've got to answer those 9 questions using the options available, which means there are 3 red herrings this time rather than 4. Once again, answers will not be used more than once, so keep a mental tally of the answers once they've gone, because you could still accidentally press them. In this round, you get more points for each consecutive correct answer. If you give me a wrong answer, it will break your streak. If you abstain, it will preserve your streak. So as a quick example, you get the first one right, that's worth 1. Get the second one right, that'll be worth 2, so a total of 3. The next one right will be worth 3, giving you a total of 6. So you get more points for each question that you get right. If you abstain, you go 1, 2, 3, so you're up to 6, and then abstain. The next one will still be worth 4. However, if you go 1, 2, 3 wrong, the next one will start you back again at 1. So it's a bit of push your luck. And do you take the risk on the question if you've got a good streak going on? Can have a big change in the leaderboards on this round. Potential score of 45 if you can give me all 9. And of course, I'll give you a bonus of 5 points if you can do that, making it a nice round 50 points up for grabs if you can get a perfect round. There are no bonuses in this round, so we'll just go straight through and all will be well. Let's take a look at the answer board and see what happens. Oh, look at this. More sports. Football, tennis, table tennis, rugby, golf, squash, badminton, ice hockey, snooker, baseball, 10-pin bowling and cricket. As a non-sports fan, I have to say I really like this round. When I proved this earlier, I thought that's really clever. And the way the questions are phrased is so precise to be wonderful. I think you're going to have a good time with this. You might not. Here's what Shapes has to say about it. Any sport worthy of the name requires balls. Just going to let that hang at the air for a minute. Name the sport from the specifications of the ball or other projectile it uses as described by that sport's professional rules. So you are going to have hashtag balls, indeed so. You are going to have some balls described for you. Describe the balls and identify the balls from the description and which sport they go with. I'm just shilling for rain messages at this point. But yeah, identify the sport from the descriptive balls. That's all I'm going to say. Shilling for rain messages. It's round number 3. Good luck. Have fun. Here's question number 1. 7.62 centimeter diameter and 2.54 centimeters thick, 156 to 170 grams, vulcanized rubber, primarily black apart from the sponsor's logo. That should be a nice easy one to start with. That would be ice hockey. We're talking about a puck there, and that is rule 47. Purple if you're on a streak, blue if you're not. 8.9 to 9 inches in circumference, 155.9 to 163 grams, cork core wrapped in yarn, encased in 4 pieces of cow leather, usually dark red. That'd be cricket. Default first-class cricket ball is red. Other colours are used in other variants such as 2020 and One Day International, making it easy to see when playing under floodlights. Next, 40mm diameter, 2.7 grams, celluloid or other plastic, white or orange. Question of how's your spatial awareness and visualising sizes? That'd be table tennis. It's a ping pong ball we're talking about there. And it's the first question of the night that's got no notes next to it. On we go. Next one. 9 to 9.25 inches in circumference, 5 to 5.25 ounces, cork or rubber core bound in yarn, covered with two stitched together strips of cowhide or horsehide, white with red stitching. Sounds very similar to one we had earlier on, but this one's baseball, not cricket. Baseball, that's rule 3.01. Purple if you're on a streak. Let's play on. 40mm diameter, 24 grams, rubber, black with 2 yellow dots. Very familiar with this. This is a squash ball. The coloured dots on a squash ball indicate how bouncy it is, with 2 yellow dots, the type used in a professional competition, being the least bouncy, requiring the hardest hitting to keep in play. Next, 62 to 70 millilitres long, 4.74 to 5.5 grams, plastic or cork base attached to a cone of 16 feathers or plastic equivalent of any colour. I remember the squash ball. I used to go see my dad on Sundays. He used to go play squash in the morning, so I'm quite familiar with squash balls. Badminton is the answer to that. What we're describing there is a shuttlecock. Badminton is one of the only sports on there that I'm half decent at, I would say. I'll go through the rest in a minute. Next, 28 to 30 centimetres long, 58 to 62 centimetres circumference at its widest point, 410 to 460 grams, leather or synthetic alternative, any colour, but usually white. I don't know if you got that. That's rugby. It's a rugger ball. That's on page 30 of the official guide, apparently, if you wanted to know. Next, 215.9 to 218.3 millimetres in diameter, 0 to 16 pounds, but no minimum, solid material, any colour. This one. Oh, of course, it has 10-pin bowling. Page 75 of the book. Yeah, 0 to 16 pounds. Yeah, a pound is quite a lot. Silent Marine, hey, Linky, welcome to the stream, chaps. Hope you're keeping well. Next one, 5.25 centimetres in diameter, 142 grams. Phenolic resin, one of 8 different colours. Apparently you could have a £0 bowling ball. You wouldn't succeed in knocking down many pins, I wouldn't have thought. This is another one I can sort of play, as long as it's on a pool table. Snooker is the correct answer there, on page 12 of the guide. And you red herrings there. Football, tennis and golf. I think we got our football allotment in the last one. Though I'm proud of Shapes for omitting a tennis question. Any bonuses? Quite a few. BC, Clive, Ralph, Apodo and Colin getting 9 for 9. Getting themselves a bonus 5 points. Well done there, chaps. Good effort. A football red herring. And I'm most surprised to see the tennis red herring, given how much Shapes loves a bit of tennis. He also loves a bit of snooker as well. So... it's good resistance there, missing out the tennis, or maybe it's just harder to describe. Yeah, the sports there, I can kind of play table tennis. I can kind of play badminton. I'm okay at badminton. I'm okay at 10-pin bowling. Crap at hockey. I can work my way around a snooker table, but the snooker, have you ever seen a snooker table? They're fucking massive. They're really, really big. It's like pool table, it's fine. Big break on a pool table, I can handle that. But baseball, I played rounders when I was about 11. Rugby, no. Squash is a sport I always fancied playing, but never really got round to. And cricket, again, is something I used to enjoy watching and played a bit in my youth. Dylan used to play a lot of cricket, so used to go watch it quite a bit. Tennis, I enjoy watching, but I'm hopeless at playing. Golf, I used to pretend to play golf. I used to go around the par 27, which is it's only about 7 doors up the road from me, actually. But I tend not to go there anymore now that I'm within walking distance of it. And football is just... God, the Beatles, it's overrated. I'm not... It's not a few weeks ago. I'm far from a snooker expert. Far from a snooker expert. It is. Oh, it's just... Honestly, if you don't get me started on... I haven't done my football soapbox before, but this idea of people's weekends living or dying on this bunch of, 24 millionaires kicking a bag of leather around a field into a net, and people like literally their weekends living or dying on the result of these unbelievably overpaid individuals. Don't get me wrong, incredibly athletic, and if that's where the money is, then kudos to them. But it's a stupid amount of money, and I honestly don't see the appeal. Can I have a soapbox? I have some grease stains I need to get out. Kicking a bag of leather around a field. Well, it's a bag of air, isn't it? Encased in leather. But no, it's overpaid. I think it's an overrated sport. There are better sports, both as a spectator and to play. Though, far be it from me to deny its popularity, because it obviously is. But there you go. That's entertainment. That's right, Abe. Anyway, at the end of round 3, soapbox aside, BC has still got the lead here, 97. Clive's in second with 92, and Ralph is in third with 91. These three are very, very close at the top. Deny its popularity, honestly, you argue. Oh, I can't. Even I couldn't make that argument, because it clearly is. Otherwise, there wouldn't be as much money in it as there is. Apodo's got 83. Nando slips down now to 82. And then a bit of a gap opening up. Colin, Colo, and Timor all on 60. Topper's got 58. Mr. V's got 53. Prugs and Zeus on 50. Matt's got 41. Silver Electron 38. Nat is 37. Briggs got 36. Lingo and Stimson's Angle on 34. Astragali on 28. Portis to 27. As is Vixen. Dan's got 25. Still got 24. Fet's 23. Flyboy 22. Shadow 18. Rias on 16, Jesus on 11, Rainville on 6, Silent Marine on 5, Rampant Sloth on 4, Apes just breaking even on 0, and Kegler Coach still in the negative zone, but still time to get out of there. Kegler on negative 2. I don't know about all that, Matt. Not even I've got the temerity to do that. Also, unsure I'm going to be there, because I've got a prior gig, and despite being a member of the planning team, I didn't flag the date at the time, which is on me. But anyway, that's another question for further down the line. We've got one more round, and because there are 50 points up for grabs in this round, it is still an open game. Anyone from Zeus upwards could potentially still win this game, depending what happens in round number 4. Or maybe it just says final round. It doesn't, it just says the title of the round. It's the last round. Either way, here it is. What are birds? Oh shit, I haven't got it on my soundboard. I'm going to have to find it. Aren't I? I'm going to have to. It's like the law.
But one might ask the same. Is water. What are birds? We just don't know.
There we go. It was quite quiet. I'll do it again. Must get that on the soundboard.
What are birds? We just don't know.
There we go. So what are birds is the final round. Nod to Shapes' Buzz Off pack. In fact, that emoji is the same one that's in the video, actually. It's a Buzz Off buzzer from the, I think it was the first tournament, so going back a bit. In this round, all you've got to do is find the 6 answers that fit the criteria. If you submit any wrong answers, you'll be told how many you got right, and you're frozen out for 5 seconds. You won't be told which ones you got right, but you'll be told how many. You can then deselect before you reselect. You won't be able to press submit until you have selected 6 answers. Over the course of the round, some of the answers will become unselectable. That's as they're eliminated and they are no longer valid answers. They are definitely incorrect answers. So as we get close to the end of time, there are fewer answers available on the board. The first to find all 6 correct answers will win 50 points. Subsequent correct submissions will get 5 points fewer than the previous player. So we start at 50 for the first solve, then 45, then 40, 35, 30, 25, all the way down to the 10th player to solve, who will get 5 points. If we do manage to get 10 solves, then the game will conclude early, and that will be the end of the game. As I mentioned, answers will gradually be removed as gameplay progresses, and we'll keep going until either 10 players are found, or 6, or 90 seconds have expired. The very best of luck to you all. Remember, deselect before you reselect. I can say that in this because that's actually the functionality. Yeah, keep track of how many you've gotten right and try and work out which ones you might be missing. Your options, unsurprisingly, well, or maybe surprisingly, are Bearbird, Sunbird, Dollarbird, Heartbird, Hedgebird, Ovenbird, Apostlebird, Dogbird, Dartbird, Antbird, Lifebird, Bananabird, Tinbird, Dragonbird, Starbird, and Lyrebird. You have got 90 seconds to identify the 6 families of birds listed on the avibase.com World Bird Database. Bird is indeed the word, and Nando is so bloody hell. Nando getting it in 2 attempts, getting 5 on the first, and then solving for 6 there. Very well played, Nando. 50 points to you. That's the one to beat on 132. There's a few 4s coming in, quite a lot of 4s coming in here. Coming up to the 60-second mark. I'm not seeing any other 5s yet. Let's get rid of one of those answers, see if it helps you out. Dartbird is a wrong answer. Get rid of it from your thought train. Clive has got 5. Hey, Clive and 5. So the pressure is on. We're going to get rid of another answer for you at 50 seconds. Bearbird is wrong. Mr. Vertigo's also got 5. Bearbird is wrong. Remove it from your thought train. Lingo's now got 5 as well. We're going to get rid of another bird for you. Another fake bird. Dragonbird is wrong. Clive has got there for 45, followed by BC for 40. All very close here. Oh, we might have a tie at the top. Goodness gracious me. Lots of 5s coming in. Heartbird is also wrong. Remove Heartbird from your train of thought. 30 seconds now. There's another one. Zeus has solved the puzzle for, I think, 35 points there. 20 seconds to go. Dogbird is not the right answer either. Lots of 5s coming in, so I'm anticipating some solves coming in any second now. One more answer to remove from this grid as we go to the last 10 seconds. Hedgebird is wrong. Last chance if you're quick. 5 seconds. Fetz has got there for 30. Mr. Vertigo for 25. Any more for any more in the grace time? Colo's got there for 20. Let's reorder the board and let's take a look at the red herrings at the end of that. Bearbird, Heartbird, Hedgebird, Dogbird, Dartbird, Lifebird, Bananabird, Tinbird, Dragonbird, and Starbird were all incorrect answers here. A nice little grid at the top, and then the Lyrebird out to the side. I did say to Shapes, he missed a trick by not having Bird Person. Well, that's a character from Rick and Morty, but massive G's all round. Enormous amounts of GG. Yes, very well done. Just to go, I haven't got any more notes on this one. It's quite a light Shapes not to give me notes, but we'd check out the Sunbird, the Dollarbird, the Ovenbird, the Apostlebird, the Antbird, and the Lyrebird are all genuine birds. The other ones are all made up. And very well done to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people who managed to solve that grid in the 90 seconds. And at the end of it all, we've got a tie at the top. It doesn't happen very often. We've got a tied gold medal, which is always nice to see. It's a bronze that's going to go to Ralph. He didn't manage to solve the puzzle, but he still managed to eke out a bronze with 91. The silver's going to go to Nando with 132. But our joint champions, a very beautiful two-way at the top. Gold medals each with 137 for BC and Clive. GG's all round. Lovely stuff. Can I extend a huge heartfelt thanks to Mr. Shapes in his absence? We like Shapes, and we like Shapes' question packs. Like I said, I think it was a smidge on the trickier side of Red Herrings packs that we've had in the past, but no less fun for the experience. So thank you very much indeed, Shapes. Gorgeous pack there, and congratulations again to our medalists. I hope you had fun with that. For every point that you've got, as long as it's more than 0, I'll give you some pennies. I can't remember what the payout is on this. I should probably put that on the operator class rather than leaving it in the gameplay manager. Apparently it's 8 pennies per point. So if you finish with 100 points, you're going to get 800 pennies. So that's nice, isn't it? And of course, gold medals and silver medal and a bronze medal to BC, Clive, Nando, and Ralph, respectively. Right, it's time for me to do that nasty thing I have to do and play some adverts, but it just means if anyone joins late, they won't get pre-rolls. Normally at this point, I say I won't start the next game without you, but we're going to be playing Battlefront, and in lieu of a break, we're going to be playing Battlefront instead. So this Battlefront pack, half written by me, half written by Arun. It's the second half of the Arun pack that we didn't see on Thursday. So half by me, half by Arun. We're going to play this during the break. I'd advise you to go grab yourselves a drink, go top up glasses, go stretch your legs, whatever you need to do. And Battlefront will kick off. I'll probably let the ads run and then Battlefront will go. And so if you want to join, that is on the Universal Controller again. And then coming up a bit later on, we are going to have The Abyss as written by Keshi. Fingers crossed Battlefront just goes through and doesn't crash this time. But you never know. As ever, suggestions always welcome in the Discord right there. We'll have some credits. I'm going to go get another glass of Prosecco. I will see you on the battlefield of Battlefront in a few short minutes' time. I'm on the soundboard. Should I do that again? Because that was like really dramatic. In a few short minutes' time. And time for a little bit more of this electro swing nonsense that we've had earlier on. Do you want some pennies? Borderster, welcome to the stream. Let me give you all some bonus pennies. If I stop the Herrings build first of all, move that into use, hit save, close that one down. Let's go. What are birds? What are birds? And 60 seconds to claim 137 pennies there. So yeah. Just type, what are birds? And all will be well. I'm going to go top of my glass, and then Battlefront will be starting very shortly. Do come and get involved. Really good fun. You'll need to refresh the app, and then we'll be back with The Abyss. Or I'll be back to host The Abyss in about 20 minutes' time. But Battlefront's a self-runner. I will be here behind the scenes, but hopefully you'll have some fun with it. If you want to take this time to catch your breath, that's fine as well. No drama. Either way, get yourselves a drink, go stretch your legs, and we'll be back really soon. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Your eyes will be happy.
Well, that was exciting, wasn't it? If I press the right button. Thanks to Arun, we finally got through his legacy pack there. And GG's to Fetz with the clutch victory there. Well played, my son. Zeus and Fetz in that nail-biter of a final. Like I said, that is new software. Old format, but new software. So if you've got any thoughts on it, head over to the Discord and tell me everything that you... think would be improved with it, and tell me everything you love about it as well, because I like to hear positive feedback as well. Thank you to Arun for the second half of that pack. First half was mine from one of the very first Battlefront packs, I think. To Colin's point in the slightly picky point, the red square wasn't quite on there. I think that's actually more to do with OBS than anything, because I left it in that view, which is just the full screen of the 1080, and it's probably just not quite captured it correctly in OBS. Normally I go to that screen for games, which is probably more accurate, so that's a mea culpa. I'll just have to look at my OBS overlay for that. But yeah, Stravdi! Hello fam, how you doing? Yes, Abyss Bliss, just in time for some Abyss Bliss and some continuity as well. Can't forget the continuity. But I hope you're doing well, David. Great to have you with us, dude. Now, that was Battlefront, and that all went very swimmingly, I think. Glad we got through it, finally. Bug from last time notwithstanding and now fixed. What have we got next? We've got the Abyss coming up next by Keshi. I think this is a smidge easier than the Red Herrings one we've just had, but we'll see what you guys make of it. Just before all of that, just a little bit of continuity, just so that we're all across what is going on the various channels across these fair isles. And in this particular quiz pocket of the universe. Ash, who was not here yesterday, he normally does a Wednesday and a Friday, but great chap, great inspiration to some quality originals, as well as some really good remakes of shows you may have seen on television. Coming up next week, Wednesday the 31st of July, he's got 100,000 Duke Drop, as written by Brandon M. and Alice Kendall. He's got some Wipeout, which will be a bit of a community effort by lots of people, and Relativity by Brian. So a combination of 2 classic formats and 1 original format from Ash. That's on Wednesday the 31st of July. I know he's out gigging tonight, but if he watches the VOD. Hey Ash, hope the gigs have gone well. I know he said he's got 5 gigs this weekend, which is entirely too many gigs. I tend to draw the line at about 4 if I have gigs at a weekend, which I regularly do. None this week. Well, I've got church tomorrow morning, but no weddings this weekend, which has been quite pleasant. He's also here next Friday. He's got a Quiz Cubed pack to warm up. That's an original format as written by Matt the Ref, and a redacted pack by Arun Aromatics, who's currently up gallivanting around Blackpool, a young whippersnapper that he is. So that's with Ash next Wednesday and Friday, 31st of July and 2nd of August. Do go and give him a follow if you're not doing so already. Great guy, and some really excellent quiz content. Some of you, if you're in the Discord, you may or may not have spotted that there has been a surprise late change to the schedule. Now, originally, I wasn't going to be scheduling anything on the 10th of August. There was we were planning on having a bit of a do here, the sort of uni reunion, but we've got so much going on in August, but I think we've got something on literally every weekend apart from that one. So I took the decision to move that party to coincide with our anniversary birthday party, which is the weekend of the 24th, 25th of August, my birthday being the 26th, our wedding anniversary being the 27th. So we always have a big barbecue over that bank holiday weekend. So that's now merging on the 25th of August, which means I'm now free on the 10th of August. But what I've done, because something has come up on the 31st of August, which gave me reason to reschedule. So the 31st of August, there is going to be a stream, but it's a surprise. Okay, I'm going to say anything more than that. Big surprise on the 31st. This is the week after my birthday stream, which is also a surprise. 24th of August, birthday stream. 31st of August, big surprise. Yes, there's a big question mark there on the schedule in the What's On. It does mean what was originally scheduled for the 31st has now moved into that slot on the 10th, and it's going to be Crossfire, The Purge, and Google That. Crossfire's already in. That will be by Hex. The Purge is being written by Zeus, and Google That by Oni. Writers have been notified, and they said they're going to put a rush on them, and I'm very grateful to both of them for making the extra effort. So that's just a couple of changes on the horizon. Other dates to let you know about. 24th of August, of course, birthday stream. 31st of August, definitely mark your diaries for that one. It's going to be amazing. I'm not going to say anything yet. A, because it's a big surprise, and B, because it's not entirely planned. But it's going to be brilliant. 31st of August, mark your diaries. Music Quiz Live is coming back. Music Quiz Live 2 on the 21st of September. Make sure you mark your diaries for that. And a little nearer in the future, we've got Throwback Thursday this coming Thursday on the 1st of August, where we're going to be playing a legacy pack of Bidding War. Not sure whose yet, and of course I won't announce whose it is because all of the old episodes are archived. And if I told you whose it was, you'd be able to go look them all up, which I'm sure you wouldn't, but the capacity would be there. So it's going to be a surprise. But that's Throwback Thursday on the 1st of August. We're going to be playing Bidding War, maybe something else as well. We'll see what happens. And then next Saturday, the 3rd of August, we're going to have a new Battlefront pack. Say that one was a legacy, but we'll actually be playing with the new Battlefront software with a new pack. And that first pack is going to be written by Kusani. We're also going to have Risky Business by Arun, and the return for the first time this season of Data Leak by Samster, again with the new software. I've done some tweaks to that software. There's quite a bit of feedback that came in last time, but it is in the new software using the Universal Controller, and hopefully a bit more robust than the previous one, a little bit more elegant and easier to use, and hopefully I've addressed the issues that you had when we piloted it last season. So that's next Saturday, the 3rd of August, Battlefront, Risky Business and Data Leak, with Bidding War to look forward to on Thursday. Mr. Aladdin, sir, rings out once again. Indeed it does. That's your continuity for now. So I think you all deserve some bonus pennies for sitting through the continuity. Have that many pennies. Yay. Continuity. Always good. Good for the soul. It's good to know that you know what's going on. Of course, as ever, if you would like to be kept completely up to date and abreast of what is going on, the best place to do that is in the Discord, which I'm going to type into the middle of your typing continuity so you'll miss the link. But if you're not there already, discord.gg/Persephone's Chair. Do come on over. It's great to see you there, especially if you're new around these fair parts, or if you're old but you don't have a Discord account. It's worth getting one. Now, we are going on to our second headline game of the evening, and this is The Abyss, as written by Keshi. Keshi, long-time member of the community. He took some time away and he's come back quite recently, and this is his first offering. I know he said he's not around this weekend, so hopefully he'll be able to catch it on the VOD. Lot to like about this pack. There's a little bit of... I think it's possibly a little bit media-centric, not the whole thing, but there's a little bit of a slant towards some things in the media, but I generally think this is a slightly easier pack than the Red Herrings pack that we've just had. But once again, you are going to need the Universal Controller if you want to take part in this. Oh, you're here but observing, Keshi, great, lovely to see you. I hope you're keeping well, my dude. And AB Me, Silver Electron, Zeus and Keshi, all of you, welcome to the stream. You're here but observing from afar. Most welcome to do that. Sorry to call you out if you're trying to keep things quiet there. I didn't think you were here, but lots to look forward to in this pack from Keshi Head. Get the apps ready if you want to play. It is time for The Abyss. Welcome to The Abyss. Shall I say that again? Welcome to The Abyss, rather than blah, blah, blah. Put my teeth back in. PWPM is what you need. Post-war Prime Minister. Baby. Room for 40 in this game. Anytime entry is available. Do come join. We're going back into serious territory. Unlike Red Herrings, this game only has one medal if you can survive the Abyss. And potentially no medals at all. It's happened more than once. So do come and join for Bliss Biss. As opposed to Abyss Bliss. Come on into the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 25 in so far. Here comes Stravdi as well to make it 26. Room for a few more. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes to keep this lobby open. It's best to get in as early as you can in this game. For those of you who are new or maybe want a recap of the rules in this game, you're going to face 40 questions across 5 different subjects. The objective of the game is to stay in the center of the Abyss Arena for as long as you can. The players who are in the Abyss Arena at the end of the 40 questions will go on to the final to face the final 10. Hashtag there can be only one, indeed so. Bugging? What's bugging, Rainville? Are you in yet? Have you made it in? Come join the game if you fancy it, or just watch. That's fine too. Oh, the app's bugging. Yeah. Try a refresh. Suyu, welcome on into the game. Lovely to see you. Yeah, sometimes the WebGL can be a little bit patchy. If you type in a wrong code, if you typo on the lobby code, it can be a little bit flaky. As with Red Herrings, this is a broadly self-sustaining game. It just runs itself from when I press go. So I'm largely limited to just reading out questions on this one. And no trivia to furnish you with on this, so it'll all be from my own brain. If anything at all. Or maybe I'll just read and have a lovely time. I'm going to put my chair back. Ah, that's nice. Come back here. The microphone all the way up. Says you're offline. That means you haven't been able to connect to the room, Rainville. Double check the code, PWPM. If you're offline, then it's not been able to talk to the WebSocket. No user store. Yeah, that's fine. We can validate in the chat. Although it should have stored your user. Are you using a different interface? Have you downloaded the I'm gonna bring my chair back up. Have you downloaded the standalone rather than the WebGL? Because it won't store the user from instance to instance, but it will if it's the same architecture. Oh, still on web. Weird. Should definitely have stored it. Are you in a different browser? Yeah, try a refresh of the app, and then PWPM as the room code. It might be something as simple as you type in the code in the wrong box or something. Because if it doesn't recognise the room code, because WebGL is held together by dreams and string, it just dies. Standalone versions don't do that, but I'll wait and see if your name appears. Yeah, that's pretty much it, Matt. I have to read some questions occasionally. Hey, there you go, Rain. Now you'll have to type something into the chat. And then you should appear on the screen. There you go. Top bananas. So it should persist your username moving forward. So if you join on the same Chrome account next time, on the same Chrome profile, it should remember who you are. So you don't have to do that extra step into the chat. It's just so that I can get your avatar and connect you to a user so that your pennies are paid to the right person, because all the penny bank is binded to username, which is really dumb. It should be binded to user ID because they're all unique, but the architecture is so well embedded now. That might be the next project. Completely redo the penny bank architecture. Anyway, that's enough time. We've got 28 players in. Let's see if anybody can survive the Abyss tonight. It's been written by Keshi. Let's play. That's the only time entry code. If you want to join midway through, if you like what you're seeing and you want to take part, that is how you do it. Here's how to play. You will face 40 questions across 5 different categories. Use crossword clues to help you with spelling matters. Most games with typing, you have got a spell checker. Well, there's all been multiple choice tonight. It's the first non-multiple choice game this evening. We were about to die, say cheers. Yeah, so make sure you use those crossword clues. Some of them have got variations, but you must go with what's in the crossword clue, otherwise it will not be allowed. Do watch your spelling. No bonuses for getting it in faster. So very important, watch your spelling in this game. After 5 questions, 9 players will be selected to join the Abyss Arena. This is generally worked out by however well you've done in the last 5 questions, the greater the chance is. So think of every subset of 5 questions, think of it as a lottery ticket going into a machine. So the more you've gotten out of the previous 5, the more chance you have of getting into the Abyss Arena. Inside the arena, wrong answers or abstentions will cost you a life. 5 consecutive correct answers will earn you an extra life up to a maximum of 3. If you exhaust your lives in the Abyss arena, you fall into the Abyss and you're out of the game, and you'll be replaced by a player from the wings. We end up having a bit of a churn of players coming over, and you can get a second chance in the Abyss. If you drop in and then you go back to the wings and keep doing well, you can get back in. So do keep answering even if you're not in the centre. 9 players inside the arena at the conclusion of question 40 go on to the final. It's simple as that. So, spelling matters, use the crossword clues. 15 seconds per question, 40 questions in the bank. And, oh, not a cat, welcome to the stream. One other thing. Each of the 5 categories that you will get, they will not be a repeat category until we've had one of each 5. They might be in a different order, so it might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 1, 3, 2, 4, 5, or whatever. But you'll get one of each before the category cycles repeat. I'm not going to tell you the categories in advance. I will tell you on the first question, so on these first 5, and these are also the easiest of each question in the category, so you get a minute to get your head into the game. Good luck. Let's play. Starting with unused adverts. Who makes exceedingly good cakes? 2-7 or 6-7. These are unused questions from the advert round of Keshi's second outright pack, which he wrote for Ash a while back. These are unused questions, and they're all going to be to do with adverts. Mr. Kipling was the correct answer to that one. On to the next. Some other game night. Identify the game night game from the clues given. A deep or seemingly bottomless cavern. 5 or 3-5. I'll give you a clue, you're playing it. There's, of course, the Abyss, all of those answers. No, it's Mr. Kipling, Shadowbane. Kipling wouldn't be accepted on its own. All of those answers will be game night games. K is for Keshi and other things. In this one, all the answers will include a word that begins with the letter K. Which American president was assassinated on November 2nd, 1963, 417. Kennedy, John F. Kennedy. That one would accept just Kennedy, but Kipling on its own, not enough. So all of those answers will have one word at least containing the letter K. Cartoon time. Name the cartoon from the opening line of its theme song. Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. 9 or 4-5. Oh, Jesus, I'm afraid that won't count because spelling matters. It's DuckTales without the I. With or without a space, but DuckTales is what we needed with a T-A-L-E-S, DuckTales. So identifying cartoon theme songs. And finally, Keshi's Conundrums. All of these are 9-letter anagrams along with a description. Ocean Wall, or what Americans might call pocket money. All of them are 9 letters. Get the anagram from either the anagram or the description. That is allowance. Okay, so those are your categories. Let's bring some players in. Astrogali, first to join the Abyss Arena on 3. Podo coming to join the Abyss Arena, also on 3. Fet's coming in with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 6 players on 5 out of 5. Statistically, we should get some. Timor come to join us on 2. That's what I say. It's RNG sometimes. The lottery favours the lower scorers. Simpsons Angle come to join us on 4. There's our first contingent of 5 pointers. Zeus joining us with 5. Cola also joining us with 5. Suyu joining us with 3. And space for one more. Matt comes to join us with 3. Good luck to all 9 of you. Let's see if you can stay in the Abyss Arena. Here's the next question. More of Keshi's Conundrums. Lyricaldo or In a Warm and Friendly Way? You can't do anagrams? Look at the clue. Clue might help you. Cordially. Cordially is the answer to that one. Quite a few losing a life there. Let's go on. K is for Keshi and other things. What frozen dessert was the costume worn by Craig Revel-Horwood in Season 1 of The Masked Dancer UK 13.5? This answer will include a word that begins with a K. Knickerbocker Glory. Who was in the Frozen there? Knickerbocker Glory was the answer. Play on. another game night, one of the highest honours bestowed upon passing an academic qualification or exam, with 11 letters. Remember, this will spell the name of a game night game. I don't have a game night game called Graduation. I do have one called Distinction, though. Vet, Topodo, Kolo, and Suyu have dropped into the Abyss throughout the game. Colin comes to join us in the Abyss Arena. As the Stravdi on 6 and 7, respectively. Best game. It's coming up soon. Briggs coming in on 5. And Bruce coming in on 7. Ralph Clive, also on 7 in the wings, not currently in the Abyss Arena, but there's still time. Next question. Unused adverts. What brand of cleaning products loves the jobs you hate? 26 or 66? It's Mr. Muscle, not Mr. Cleaner. I always said Mr. Clean because I was thinking Mr. Clean in my head then. Not Mr. Clean. Astrogali, Timo, and Stimson Zangli have dropped into the Abyss throughout the game. Clive and Mr. Vertigo both on 7, coming to join us. And Kolo is back again on a score of 6. How RNG is working tonight. Next question. Cartoon time. Tilly is an average kid that no one understands. Mum and Dad and Vicky always giving him commands. Bed, twerp. 3610 or 610 or 3637 or 637. The Fairly Odd Parents or any variation thereupon. Matt, you've dropped into the Abyss. You're out of the game. Thanks for playing. Fett's coming to replace you with a score of 5. 10 questions in. Let's go on. Another cartoon time for you. One fine day with a woof and a purr, a baby was born and it caused a little stir. 6 letters. Cat Dog. It was a Nickelodeon one, I think. Not one of the ones I watched growing up. But well done if you got that one. Some other game night. Situation where 2 or more parties compete for ownership of a property or asset. 7-3. It will make a game night game. Bidding war is the answer. And Zeus, you've dropped into the Abyss. You are out of the game. Thanks for playing. Ralph, welcome on in. Currently with the high score tie with Stravdi on 11, both of them in the Abyss Arena at the moment. Shall I speak into the microphone, maybe? Unused adverts. What carbonation device encouraged you to get busy with the fizzy? 10 letters. You don't watch my games. Oh, you're going to struggle then, Zeus. Well, it'd be SodaStream. Fuck plastic bottles, as the Mountain said on the SodaStream advert that was endorsed by Game of Thrones, apparently. More conundrums. Motor pony, or a professional increase in responsibility and often payment. 9 letters. I could probably have used a word, yeah, I would like the word remuneration. The payment works too. It's a promotion. There was a motor pony at the big opening ceremony last night. Is that right? Oh, I think someone posted about that in the Discord. I didn't watch it, as has been explained. K is for Keshi and other things. What is the name of the captain of the Enterprise in the original Star Trek series, played by William Shatner? 514-584. Sorry, 514-585 or 4. It's James T. Kirk. I see what I've done there. James Tiberius Kirk was the missing answer. Nobody going for that, so it's fine. Kolo getting 5 right in a row, and you are back up to the top level. There was an error in one of the answers there, my bad. Next one. Cartoon time. I came from the net through systems, peoples, and cities to this place. Mainframe. Yeah, when proofing it, I made some edits, and that was one of the edits I overlooked, but it's fine, it didn't affect anything. Reboot was the answer. Colin proves you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing, Mr. Vertigo. That's 5 right in a row, and extra life back up to the top flight. Stimson's Angle joining in the Abyss Arena on a score of 9. Astrogali joining on a score of 10. K is for Keshi and other things. Which animated TV show created by Mike Judge has Hank, Peggy, Bobby, and Luann as main characters? 4234. And no, it doesn't account for off by 1. It's exact or nothing, Colin. Just to let you know. As King of the Hill. King of the Hill. Gonna need another glass of that in a minute. More conundrums. Night bear, or the action needed for respiration. 9 letters. A Keshi conundrum for you. That would be breathing. You need to breathe in order to respire. Rig, 5 right in a row. Extra life, and you're back up to the middle level with your blue ball right there. Let's play on. Unused adverts. Which British retailer used the slogan "Never knowingly undersold" 4-5? Nice pun, the pun there, APB, with Judi Dench, but unfortunately not. John Lewis. What's a name? Not Judi Dench, though. Keep answering these like speed matches. Yeah, it really doesn't, Dave, as long as you get them in within 15 seconds. Some other game night. Plot MacGuffin in Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code. 7 letters. And the squeaking of the gate seems to suggest that would be my wife back from walking the dogs. Cryptex is the answer. A couple of lives being lost. Nobody falling into the abyss. No lives to go out. We reached the halfway mark. 20 questions now, 20 to go. Some other game night. 1997 action thriller starring John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. 7 or 4-3. Can't remember how I programmed this, but it's face/off, or face off, or face space off. I think when it calculates the number of letters in the software, it doesn't include non-alphanumeric characters. I need to look into that. Clive and David, 5 right in a row and going up another level. Moving on to cartoon time. I am Adam, Prince of Eternia and Defender of the Secrets of Castle Grayskull. 53372238 or 23337238 or 5 or 23. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, to give it its full title. I don't think anyone did. Someone typed Masters of the Universe and was wrong because you needed the He-Man bit. K is for Keshi and other things. Which movie monster was known as the 8th wonder of the world? 4 and 4. It'll be King Kong is what we're after there. And that's 5. Another 5 right in a row for Brig. You're back up to the top flight, my dude. Very well played. Let's keep playing. Unused adverts. Which communications company had adverts featuring Bob Hoskins telling us it's good to talk? 2 or 7-7? BT or British Telecom. Fets, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Thanks for playing. Coda, 5 right in a row. You're back up to the middle level. And Podo coming to join us in the Abyss Arena on a score of 16. Let's go on. More conundrums. I bite hand or occupied. 9 letters. Occupied past tense, I think. Inhabited was the answer. Occupied as in it used to be under occupation, I suppose. Mr. Vertigo, 5 right in a row. You're back up to the middle level. Well played. Let's go on. Cartoon time. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girls. 395 or 95? However, Professor whatever his name is accidentally added a secret ingredient. Chemical X. Astragali have dropped into the abyss and out of the game. Thus, the Powerpuff Girls were born. Flyboy, welcome on into the Abyss Arena on a score of 11. 14 questions to go. Professor Utonian, thank you. Unused adverts. What brand of bitter was named the Cream of Manchester and was sold in distinctively yellow cans? 11 letters. I remember I used to work at an off license and we had a load that were a month past the sell-by date, so we got given them for free. It's the only time I've ever drunk it. Boddingtons is the answer. Just seen your answer, Rapodo. Yeah, I feel that. Some other game night. A series of clues intended to be misleading or distracting. 3-8. 8. Because it's a series of clues, so it's a plural. With or without the exclamation mark. Red Herrings. Played it earlier on. You remember the big yellow game. Go on. More conundrums. Mothlicks, or somebody who'll help you get back into your house. Somebody rather than something, Natter. Also, that doesn't quite work with the conundrum. It's a locksmith, and Mr. Vertigo, you've dropped into the Abyss Arena and you're out of the game. With more than 1 second to go, please. Toppis! Toppis. Topper, welcome to the Abyss Arena. On a score of 17. 11 questions to go. Okay, it's Keshi and other things. Which fighting game series includes fatalities, animalities, and babalities? 6-6. Mortal Kombat! Snips' Angle, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game. Fatality. Astragali, welcome on in on a score of 20. I need to put fatality on my soundboard. Definitely do. Final quarter, 10 questions left. K is for Keshi and other things. Which game show, dubbed as television's toughest quiz, was hosted by Gordon Burns and Ben Shepherd? 376. I was about to say... Topper, I was about to say you get this one wrong, then shame on you. The Krypton Factor. Flyboy, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Cola and Brig, it's another 5 right in a row. You're both back up to the middle level and both on 24. Timor coming to join us on a score of 15. Oh, excuse me. Let's play on. Keshi's Conundrums. Toe dangle or stretched. 9 letters. That would be elongated. Elongated. That's what we wanted. Don't know if you got that one. Clive and Apodo, 5 right in a row. You're both back up to the top flight. Clive on 28, Apodo on 23. 8 questions left to survive. Cartoon time. It seems to me that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV. 6 and 3. Get over here! Oh, I need some Mortal Kombat sounds on my soundboard. Lucky there's a family guy. Lucky there's a man who positively can do. Unused adverts. What cigar, named after a Shakespeare play, was marketed as the mild cigar and had the slogan, happiness is a cigar called this thing. 6 letters. Lucky there's a man who positively can do all the things that make us laugh and cry. Hamlet is the answer. Topper, you're 1 step away from oblivion. 6 questions to go. Some other game night, a venture with a highly unpredictable outcome. 5 and 8. Hello, Mrs. Flush. How are you?
Nice.
You're out for a long time. It's risky business is what we wanted. Toppis, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game. Peru's coming to join us with 6 questions to go on a score of 28. 5 questions to go even. Good position to be in. Let's take a look at the next. Another conundrum for you. Devil data, or to be made to feel worthy. 9 letters. Two seconds. Colo, can you find an answer? Sadly not. Validated is what we wanted, and Colo, you've dropped into the Abyss. You are out of the game. Thank you for playing. Brig, another 5 right in a row. You are back up to the top flight, my chap. And on the top flight with 29 points and 4 questions to go. Fetz comes to join us on 27 with 4 questions to go. Another unused advert. Which electric shaver brand did Victor Khayyam like so much he bought the company? That's a tricky question. Well done if you got that. Remington was the answer. I'm starting to perspire under the pressure here. 3 questions left. Cartoon time. Good morning, USA. I've got a feeling that it's gonna be a wonderful day. The sun in the sky has a smile on his face, and he's smiling a salute to the American race. Oh boy, it's swell to say. American Dad is the answer. Timor, you've dropped into the Abyss. Zeus, booking himself a place in the final by joining the Abyss Arena with 2 questions to go. Very well played. Anyone on the top flight is now guaranteed into the final. Some other game night. Series of horror films with sequels including Anarchy and Election Year. 3-5. I need the leading article on this. You can't just have the word. We've had that one, Proogs. Unfortunately, it's The Purge, and Proogs, you have dropped into the abyss and you are out of the game. Rias, guaranteeing himself a place in the final, joining us with 18 and one final question. Pressure on Astragali and Stravdi here. K is for Keshi and other things. If a letter is signed SWALK, what is it sealed with? 164. It is sealed with a loving kiss. Very well played if you got that one right. And that is the end of the round. Ralph getting 5 right in a row, getting back up to the top flight, but academic because all of the lives are about to be restored and all of the balls are going to float upwards. There they go. The physics just about making their way through. And we have exhausted 40 questions. Proves! So one more question to survive, or 2 including that one. Well, it's not over yet, Rainville. We have got the final to go, but our finalists are Clive, Astragali, David Strathdy, Rias, Fetz, Ralph, Brig, Zeus, and Apodo. Ralph scoring best with 38 out of 40. Very strong performance there, but there can be only one winner. I'm doing very well at answering in my head. I know it would go immediately downhill if I actually had to type. Welcome, Danger. Hope you're keeping well. Nice to have you over here. You're very welcome. You're always welcome to come and play anytime. And see if the fingers work as well as the brain. But great to have you over here. Right, it's time to do an Abyss final. Yeah, hit F5 if we're having a buffer. That happens sometimes. Out of my hands. So, in the Abyss final. Alright, well, I'll wait to see if it calms down. I'm not getting any... Get my dinner. Yeah, valid excuse. Valid excuse, Danger. Seems fine. Okay. If in doubt, just do a refresh. It might just be a little Twitch sneeze or something. Or maybe our internet's just done a minute. Oh, maybe our internet's been being a bit flaky recently, but as long as it's stable now, that's all good. Okay. In the final, you will face up to 10 questions across the same 5 categories, now displayed in a random order rather than in blocks of 5. Players in the Abyss Arena have had their lives refreshed. Gameplay is identical to previously, but extra lives are no longer awarded, and players who drop into the Abyss will not be replaced. Last player left standing is declared the winner, and in the event no winner has emerged after 10 questions, the winner is the player who's higher up their column. In the event of a tie, the player with the highest score is declared the winner. Good luck to you all. Clive on 35, Astragali on 28, David on 36, Rias on 18, Fetz on 30, Ralph with the team advantage on 38, Brig on 32, Zeus on 32, and Apodo on 29. May the odds be ever in your favour. Is that the symbol? Something like that, isn't it? It's been ages since I've seen the Hunger Games. 10 questions to go this game night. Start with this one. Good luck. Some other game nights. Athletics track event, usually over 3,000 metres and often with obstacles. 12 letters. It is a game night game. That'd be steeplechase. Steeplechase athletics event. Clive and Fetz losing a life there. 9 questions to go. Hans, yes. Cartoon time. Triplets born, the throne awaits. A seer warns of a deadly fate. 5 and 11. Danger, I bet you know this one. Tricky one. Sonic Underground. Well done if you got that. David knows it. Not wasting any time on that. Yes, Sonic Underground was the answer. Okay, so Keshi and other things. Which 1000 Heartbeats game involves the player doing 3 8-step strings of calculations? 4 and 2. Oh, where Sonic starts a band. I haven't seen Sonic Underground. I only watched the show from like the mid-90s from way back ago. Keep Up is the answer there. Astragali and Rias losing a life. 7 questions to go. Keshi's Conundrums. Fury Coups or Savage? 9 letters. Maybe, yeah, just pretend. Just pretend. We'd believe you, Danger. Tricky one, but it does start with the right letter. It's Ferocious. Fetz and Astragali. You've dropped into the Abyss and you are out of the game. Thank you for playing. 7 players left. Unused adverts. What brand of motor oil was marketed as Liquid Engineering? 7.3 or 7? Astral GTX. Clive and Rias, you've dropped into the abyss and you are out of the game. Thank you for playing. 5 players left. 3 on the bottom rung, 2 on the middle level. Some other game night. Event in the classic series of Gladiators, where the contender is shot at with tennis balls. 6, 4 or 10. Also the name of the game night game. Pleased to see you getting this one, Brig. That would be Danger Zone. Apodo, you've dropped into the abyss and you are out of the game. Thank you for playing. 4 questions left, 4 players left. Ralph with advantage higher up his tube. Cartoon time. In the year 2722, a meteor strikes the city planet of Acmetropolis, knocking it off its axis. 9 and 9. And it's all over. Lunatics Unleashed was the answer. We lose the last 3 questions of the game. And Ralph has survived the abyss. 44 out of 47. That is some going there, Ralph. Great game from you. High score in the lobby game. And survivor of the abyss. We will add that to your medal cabinet. And that is the end of the game. Incredible performances. Nice to get through the majority of the questions in the final. Sometimes it can all be over in 3 or 4 questions in the final. But great job, Ralph. You have survived the abyss. Always good to see a survivor. Do like that. Good games all round. And can I extend my thanks once again to Keshi for providing us with the trivia for this pack of the abyss. Really good stuff there. Pity I missed that advert around absolutely screaming trying to remember the name of SodaStream. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. And yeah, thank you very much to Keshi for providing it. Really, really nice stuff in there. That is the end of the abyss. It's going to be the end of the stream shortly as well. I might do an extra. Do you want to play the Crystal Dome or do Space 4 game? Yeah, I sent you a DM, Keshi. I sent you a couple of DMs actually in Discord a couple of days ago, but apparently you've not logged in. I didn't just do it completely unilaterally. But if you do go pop into your DMs on Discord, there's an entire conversation in there. More, my dinner's not ready yet. No problem, David. Have a good evening, bruh. No worries, Keshi. Well, we can chat in Discord a bit later on. Tell you what I'm going to roll the credits, and I think we'll do some Crystal Dome, because we haven't for a while, and then we'll end the stream there. Thanks all for playing, and congratulations to Ralph. You have survived the abyss. 150 pennies up for grabs if you type Abyss survived, courtesy of the Lupine one, who managed to survive the Abyss. Very well played, and thanks once again to Keshi for providing the trivia there. You grab those pennies while I fire up the Crystal Dome. Dun, 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 dun. If I remember how to use it. It's been a while since we've done the Crystal Dome. I so want to make a full experience of the Crystal Maze on Twitch. Yeah, probably shouldn't. Right, just a reminder, I'm back on Thursday with Bidding War. I'm back next Saturday with other things, Battlefront and stuff. Risky Business and Data. Battlefront, Risky Business and Data League is going to be next Saturday. But yes, to the Crystal Dome now. And then we are going to go raid. We're probably going to go raid Prey. He's playing Dr. Mario. Prey, friend of the community and general salt of the earth. He's a good chap, so he is. He's only been up 20 minutes, so it'd be good to go give him a good crowd. If you don't know him, I'm sure you do know him. But we're going to go raid Prey. I got to pick a raid message as well. How to put the tea in the cup. All you have to do is ask. Is that a Crystal Maze thing? I mean, I'm up for that. It sounds like a Crystal Maze. It sounds like something Richard O'Brien would get cross about. That works for me. Want to yell things at me? I'm always up for that. Did we claim bonus pennies? We did. 20 of you getting 150. Suyu! Welcome to the stream. I know you've been here a while, but you've only just appeared in public chat, so welcome. Right, let me see if I can remember how the Crystal Dome works. Let's put you into 4K mode, first of all, so we can actually get you on the broadcast. That'd be good. Host controls. Do I go to host controls? Maybe. Let's find out. Let's fire it up and see what happens. Woo! Oh no, it just debugged it for me. Cool. Right. Yeah, fine, whatever. Okay. That's how to play. This one's done through Twitch Whispers. No, not the app for this one. No code needed for this one. For this one, you just need to whisper to the bot. Yeah. So, just type !play, or type it into public chat, or whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot, and you'll get a little icon appear up there. You're then going to answer 12 questions, which have a single character answer. Might be a letter, might be a number, but there won't be any repeats among the 12. So you've got to whisper them to the bot, and you've also got to predict how many gold tokens you think you'll get into. All the instructions, just read the instructions that are on the screen. 10 pennies per gold token, but you lose 10 per silver token. 12 puzzles will be displayed. 1 every 5 seconds. Answers may still be submitted, even if they are no longer the live question. So, last chance to come and join while I zoom around the Crystal Dome, apparently in space. If you want to just look at the inspector view a minute, let me just shift that up out of the way. I'll stick that down there. Ooh, the Crystal Dome in space in the Unity inspector. What the fuck? I don't know what I was thinking here. But that's apparently a thing. Maybe it looks good from this angle. That's the thing. You look from there, and it looks really good. From the you go over there, and it looks like, what? What's going on? Anyway, that's the Crystal Dome in space. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let me put that back to 4K mode so you can see the place, the game screen. Right. Any more for any more? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. There we go. 16 players in the game. Whisper your predictions. How many do you think you will get in total? So if you all got all of them right, it'll be 16 times 12. If you all got 10 of them right, it'll be 160. Just type a number to Persephone's Twitch bot now. I'll give bonus pennies to whoever is closest. Simple as that. Simple as that. You got to whisper it though, Ravel. I think 2 is probably quite a low ball bid. Might want to bid a little bit higher than that. And also whisper it. I press the whisper button again. Whisper, whisper. Whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot. 2 more that we need to get a prediction, otherwise you just won't have a prediction. And then you definitely won't win. But you can still play along for the bants. You there, Rainville? Whisper to the bot. That's what you need to do for all of your answers generally. You can shout your answers to the bot as well. She won't mind. She won't mind. It's not in public chat. It's the one who Persephone's Twitch bot. Just click the username and then press whisper. Unless you're on mobile, in which case it's probably quite challenging. But yeah, you're going to need to do that. You're going to need to whisper. I'm going to start this game. You claim... I did see. I just haven't actioned them yet. Jesus, don't worry. I'm going to have to start Rainville because... yeah, we're getting to the end of the night. We've got to go raid. Topper's claiming pennies now as well. He's claiming lots of pennies. And Clive is claiming pennies too. Right, I'm gonna crack on, Ravel. Yes, I see them all. I've got a whole thing. I've got a whole thing going on. All right, I do see it. I promise you. You don't need to remind me in chat. Right, I'm gonna start, Ravel. So if you've not got the bot now, then yeah, you just need to put whisper Persephone's Twitch bot in front of everything. We're gonna start. I'm gonna hand it over to Richard O'Brien.
Will you start the fans, please?
And let's get going. Calculate the following. Negative 13 plus 14 plus 2. Single character answer to all of these questions. Take the sequence, which character appears most frequently? A, D, G, J. What's next? And in that sequence, which character appears most frequently? 4 minus 13 plus 11 equals what? 533, is it P for prime or C for composite? Which letter changes in worth to make the state of being wise? Take this sequence. Z, W, T, Q. What letter is next? What appears in the top but not in the bottom? -5 plus 4 plus 6 equals what? 2 questions left. Which letter changes in Ross to make an arousal? And in that sequence, which character appears most frequently? 5 seconds, Grace. There's a 12 out of 12. Is that Astrogally at the beginning of that? I can't even see. The first one was 3. The next one is F. Then M would be in that sequence. I forgot how stressed I get just watching this one. It is a stressful one. Yeah, it's very, very tight window to get your answers in. I'm losing track of answers. B, 2, C, R, N. Worth becomes width, so I don't even know. N is next there. Oh, then A. A appears in the top but not the bottom. That's 5. And then S for Ross becomes rouse. And then E is the most frequent. There we go. Sonic Marine was getting it bang on with 110. 131 minus 21. You had girth. That's not quite arousal. That's a side effect of arousal, isn't it? Well done, Ben. That was very funny. Sonic Marine, getting some bonus pennies there, plus 10 pennies for every positive that you've got. And I think that's it. I think we are going to leave it there. So, thank you all very much for playing. It's been a fun game night. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you once again to my question writers this evening, to Topper for writing Crossfire, to Shapes, in his absence, for writing Red Herrings, and to Keshi for writing The Abyss, and a Run for writing the half of Battlefront we saw. Next Saturday, reminder, Battlefront, Risky Business, Data Leak by Kusani, A Run, and Samster, respectively. Bidding War at Throwback Thursday on the 1st of August this week. Do make sure you come along for that. And, of course, Ash is going to be here Wednesday and Friday next week, and do put those dates in your diaries. Birthday stream on the 24th of August, special stream on the 31st of August, and the music quiz live to look forward to on the 21st of September. That is going to be it from me. We are going to go and raid prey streams, and what are we going to say? I'm going to cash in those pennies before the bank closes, don't worry. What was girth worth? Very nice. Balls. There's lots of balls suggestions. I quite like Jesus Lives. I kind of want to give that to G. Isaac just for TTS getting his name wrong. I suck, therefore I am. I don't think that means what you think it means. Sports balls, it's a load of balls. Shilling for raid message. Descriptive balls. Balls. What is better, tish, tennis, or ping pong? Bird is the word, suggestion time. A bliss, basic, cat dog, press U3. We all had girth. What was girth worth? Upcoming girth day stream. Behave, Mr. Vertigo. Make Ben say things. Helsinki, Sweden, maybe. I think it's got to be. I'll go with that one. Hashtag Jesus Lives. It's going to be Jesus Lives, and G. Eisen's going to get a bonus 100 pennies. I have to type your name now, which is really difficult to type. It's like that. There we go. I'll give you 100 pennies for that raid message. Well done, G. Eisens. Thank you for that. Thank you all for coming to watch. Let's go and say Jesus Lives to Prey streams. And until Thursday, Throwback Thursday for Bidding War, and then next Saturday for more of the same. Have a wicked rest of your weekend. Enjoy your week next week. And until next time, you've been watching Game Night. I've been Royal Flush. Take care. Peace out and good night.